What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Chelsea. Today we take on Manchester United for the third consecutive episode, but this one's a cup final, the Carabao Cup final. We've got a chance to win some silverware with Chelsea. Then we return to European knockouts as we take on our neighbors from up north, Celtic, in the Europa League second knockout round. In the league, we're currently sitting in second place, 1 point behind Liverpool, 1 point ahead of Manchester United. But after a January, which we won every single game, all but one by more than one goal, we've won one game in February, and we've been pretty awful. And it started because we had a sending off after 5 minutes. We played West Ham, and our backup right back, Jimmy Wong, decided to get sent off 5 minutes in. So we had to play 85 minutes down a man, and well, we lost 2-0. We just didn't do anything going forward. We made some changes in the second half to go more attacking. We created a few chances. We just couldn't score them. But down a man, away from home against a decent West Ham side, I mean, that's going to happen. But you just can't get sent off after 5 minutes for a straight red. Just idiotic. But apparently that's all it took for our team to absolutely collapse, because then we just didn't win a single game in the next 3 matches. Another, tough away match against Newcastle. They're sitting 5th. But we did play them after the Manchester United match at home and smashed them 3-1. And they scored their one goal in the 90th minute with their only shot of the game. They had one shot in the entire game, and unsurprisingly, it went in. So that was annoying, but we still got a comfortable win. But then we couldn't beat them away from home. And it was pretty even. I mean, we slightly edged them. We had quite a bit more shots, but only a few more on target. A little bit better XG. Chances pretty similar. Draw, not an awful result, not an unfair result, but this was an unfair result. We lost in the FA Cup. So we will not be winning the FA Cup this year. Our Carabao Cup's the only chance we have of a cup win in England this year, because we lost to Leicester 2-1. I mean, just the fact we got Leicester in the 4th round of the FA Cup is kind of ridiculous. Like, there are more non-Premier League sides than there are Premier League sides. So, of course, we got a Premier League team away from home because, yeah. And they beat us 2-1. But can you guess which team only had 2 shots on target? I mean, you can kind of see by Bazunu's rating. Yeah, it was Leicester. They had 2 shots on target. They both went in. They had 4 shots in total. They beat us 2-1. So after Newcastle scored their only shot of the entire game, Leicester, 2 games later, scored both shots on target they had in the entire game. So frustrating. The AI are just so insanely clinical. And for the most part, the user, I feel like, isn't. There is a game that we were in this stretch, our only win, but it's just ridiculous how it seems to always happen. Then another tough match against Arsenal, but this one is at home, and we should have won. But we were down 2-0 after the 38th minute, after they had a penalty. And I thought it was just going to be like the end of the season. I thought, okay, this is how it ends. We're just going to be awful for the next 3 months. But we fought back. Bruno Thiago tied it up right before the stoppage of the first half. And so we went to halftime 2-2, and then one of the worst second halves where neither team did anything. And so it ended 2-2 with our 4th consecutive non-win. And yeah, the sky was falling. So I did a team meeting, and it seemed to work, because then we smashed Leeds 4-0, and we were 4-0 up after the 25th minute, and our first 4 shots on target. I don't understand either. Thiago with an 11-minute hat trick, penalty in the 10th, and he scored in the 15th and the 21st to give himself a hat trick and put us 3-0 up. And then Havertz in the 25th made it 4, and then we just kind of coasted for the rest of the game. They didn't really do anything. It was a dominant victory, but it just didn't make sense compared to what we'd just gone through. I mean, West Ham gave me kind of right off. We were down a man for 85 minutes, but the other 3, I mean, the performance wasn't good, and 2 decent teams in Newcastle and Arsenal, but still, like, from what we just saw in January, we beat Manchester United 3-0. We beat a decent Everton team away from home 2-0. We beat a very good Newcastle team at home 3-1, and then this run. Really frustrating. We also finished out the transfer window since last episode, but we didn't have any money, so we didn't bring anybody in. But we did make one sale. It was just an under-23s player, Steve Swift. He's gone to Fulham for $12 million. And that is just a deal I couldn't turn down, because he's not good. And he's never going to be good. So I don't know why they spent $12 million for this guy. Like, he's fast and absolutely nothing else. I would be shocked if he ever plays for them. And if he did, it'd be in the championship. So I don't understand that signing for Fulham, especially for $12 million. But that kind of money, when we're in the financial position we are currently in, it's gotten even worse. We're now $70 million in debt. I don't understand why, but we are. So that sucks. So we kind of need to go on a good run in the Europa League to get a little bit of money back, because otherwise this could get scary. So now it's time to take on Manchester United once again. The last time we played them, we played very well. We dominated them, won 3-0. The time before that, we didn't play very well. So with us being in some kind of pretty poor form right now, I'm not really sure what to expect. But we're going with basically what I think right now is our strongest squad. Front three of Thiago, who's been in great form. Pino, who's not been in great form. And Havertz has been in inconsistent form. In the midfield, Moriba, Mount, and Camavinga. Gavi's been dropped because he's the worst player in the entire team. Literally, in the last 5, he's had the worst rating of anyone other than Bazunu, who's made 1 start in the last 3 months. So, yeah, Gavi's been awful. So, he's dropped. Mason Mount comes in. Mount was injured. He's just coming back. He played 45 minutes last game. Recommended for 75, but he's been in good form. Before he got injured, he was playing very well. So, he's probably going to stay in there for the entire game if we need him. Camavinga stays in there because Kessie's been awful as well. Back line of Ruggeri, Badiashile, Mancini comes in. Not because Cerezo's been playing bad. He hasn't. Just Mancini's been playing a little bit better. And Cerezo's he's played quite a bit of games. I want to give Mancini some opportunities. So thought I could bring him in for this match. Thought it made sense. Have Rezo ready for the Europa League match. And then Horazzo obviously in net. Reece James are right back. So let's play in our first cup final. Definitely our first cup final with Chelsea. I'm not really sure what to expect, though. I mean, with our recent form, anything can happen. Really, I feel like we could have any result under the sun, and I wouldn't be surprised. First highlight's going to come to us a little over 5 minutes in. And it's going to be Havertz immediately giving the ball away. And they're going to look to build from the back. We're playing the same tactic we played the last time we took on Manchester United, the higher tempo style. It's worked. I mean, we did play it in those 4 straight games that we didn't win, but prior to that, it worked really well. And I feel like you can't really blame the tactic for those results. But Manchester United going to be on the ball, looking to attack. Adeyemi is going to go back to Jadon Sancho. De Jong into Musiala. Very good midfield, De Jong and Musiala. Back to Bornau, into Musiala. We need to win the ball here and go on an attack of our own. Bornau is going to go back to Benali, because we know, like, if they have any shots on target, they're probably going to go in. Mason Greenwood, Andrade, Adeyemi, their first chance, and it's in the back of the net, because is anyone surprised? Literally, is anyone in the entire world surprised that that went in? Their first shot? Their first shot. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous at this point. Like, I feel like the opposition is scoring about 75% of their shots on target against us. And we have a good goalkeeper. And apparently they don't, because that definitely shouldn't have gone in. But it did, and it's going to count. And it's going to be 1-1. Both teams, their first shot on target, I think. Yeah, both teams, their first shot on target get goals. I mean, I can't really complain when it happens to me as well, and in my favor. But I'm still going to complain, because it seems to always happen against me, and it rarely happens for me. A little over 28 minutes in, we've got a set piece, and it's going to be cleared by Manchester United, and they're going to see if they can go on an attack. Ball back to their goalkeeper, and that's not a great clearance. It's only going to go to us. Reece James is going to pick it up. It's been a very even match so far, like almost identical if you just ignore possession, which I am. Bruno Thiago, and I don't know if he's on or not. I was looking at the match stats. I literally have no clue. Obviously, I would prefer if he was. And if I had to guess, I would say he was, and he was. It's been pretty even, but right now we have the advantage. We are 2-1 up. Ruggeri, who gave the ball away earlier and could have led to a Manchester United goal. Nice ball over the top, and Bruno Thiago, a very good finish. And we're going to end the half up 2-1, and there has been 3 shots on target for both teams in the entire game. Oh, Manchester United got a very, very late shot on target, because we were basically at halftime and I said they had 1 shot on target. But there's been 4 shots on target and 3 goals. Goalkeeping so far has been optional. Our first highlight of the second half is going to be about 56 minutes in. It's going to start with a throw-in for Manchester United. Contreras going to be on the ball down this left-hand side. He's going to find De Jong, but Camavinga is able to intercept. Now Mount's going to be on the ball. He's going to find Reece James, but a terrible giveaway by Reece James. And it leads to a Manchester United goal. I'm pretty sure that's going to count. Why? Just an awful, awful giveaway. I don't know what Reece James was thinking there. And it's even, I'm pretty sure. No! He's offside, apparently. He looked on to me, but I'm probably wrong. Obviously, I'm wrong. Reece James, literally don't know what he was doing there. And yeah, he's pretty far off. Where he looked like, when he made that turn, it looked like he was in an onside position, but he wasn't. So fortunately, it doesn't count, but Reece James gets bailed out there. There's going to be another highlight starting from Manchester United once again. De Jong's going to be on the ball looking to drive forward, but a good tackle by Havertz, and it's going to be at the feet of Bruno Thiago. Alex Moriba's going to pick it up as the playmaker of this game. He's going to find Thiago. Back to Moriba. He's going to lose it. We are losing the ball far too often, and usually that's the case of because you're playing like a really low tempo where you're just wasting time on the ball, just sitting on the ball, doing nothing with it, and they just steal it off your foot. But we're not. We're playing on the highest tempo as physically possible, but we're still just giving the ball away far too easily. Bruno Thiago now is going to get back to Camavinga as we do intercept, and he's going to look over the top for Thiago, but he can't put it on target. Another throw-in down this left-hand side for Manchester United, and we're 66 minutes in, and apparently both teams just want to give the ball away as much as physically possible. It's like they're actually have a race for it or something. But we've got the ball, and we're going to look to build from the back. Harazo's going to go out to Ruggeri on this left-hand side, who's going to find Moriba into Yeremy Pino. Looking for Havertz, he's not going to get there. That's the kind of giveaway I don't hate. You know, a more aggressive ball looking to try to get in behind. Like, yeah, but if you're just passing it directly to Manchester United players that are 5 feet away from you, yeah, don't do that. We've got the ball back, and Bruno Thiago's going to have a chance, but it's a good save from Costanzo. It's going to go out for a corner. We're going to have this corner. We're pretty good from corners, especially with Badiashile and Mancini back there at center back. Pino's going to put it in, and there's Badiashile, but he heads it far over. We are 1 minute away from winning our first silverware with Chelsea. And it has been a really even match, but for the amount of times the match has been even and we've still lost, we deserve this. It's been even, and it looks like we're going to get the win. And I'm glad we are. I don't want to lose another cup final, or lose our first cup final. Definitely our first ever, we've never lost a cup final. Never lost a cup final, and it's not starting today. We have won the EFL Cup. Obviously, it's not the cup I want to win and kind of need to win, but any silverware is good silverware, and we've got silverware. My first full season, we have won the EFL Cup, beating Manchester United to do it. That feels pretty good.
Congratulations, Ryan. How pleased are you to win the EFL Cup?
This is for the fans. To be able to win trophies and give them moments like this is what it's all about.
Were you always confident despite moments where it looked far from comfortable?
I don't think either team was really that comfortable today, but I had full faith in my players to pull through and bring this trophy home.
Despite only having 40% possession, you've still managed to win. Did you intend to allow Manchester United quite so much of the ball?
We weren't worried about possession numbers this game. We were focused on creating chances and scoring goals, and that's what we did. We finally won our first trophy here at Chelsea, and we have officially qualified for the Europa Conference League. If this was last year, I'd be happy about this. But this year, it's Champions League or bust. And I don't intend to bust. Now we've got a 3-day break, and then it's back to European football. And first, we're going to travel away to Glasgow to take on Celtic. All right, it's time to take on Celtic. I'm excited to get back to European football. I do feel like I could play our possession style against them, but it is away from home, so I'm going to stick with what we've been doing away from home, which is our higher tempo style. It's worked pretty well for us, so I think I'm going to trust it again, at least to start today. If we get a couple of goals, or if we just start playing poorly, I might try to switch it. But right now, this is how we're going to start. We're not going to take them too lightly, so we're still going with a strong squad as well. Up front, it's our main front three of Thiago, Pino, and Havertz. Gavi does come in for Moriba. Feel like he could take a little bit of a break. I want Gavi to get back to form. I feel like this is a match that could help him do that. He's going to start next to Mason Mount. Camavinga stays in there as well. Backline, Cerezo comes back in. So it is our best backline of Ruggeri, Badiashile, Cerezo, James, and Harazo. On the bench leaves Nielsen as a backup right back or center back. Reguilon as a backup left back. Then we've got Kessie, Moriba, Zvonarek, Sterling, and Sesko. So we've got our full squad available. And we're coming off a big win against Leeds and then a win in a cup final against Manchester United. So we're starting to play well once again. Let's keep that going against Celtic. I'm hoping for a good win here so we can do a little bit of rotation for our home leg against them. But based on how we've started, that might not be the case. We're 24 minutes in, and this is our first highlight. And it's our first shot on target, I think. We've not been very good today. 3 shots, now 4 with 1 shot on target. Celtic haven't done anything, but neither have we. And we know if they have a shot on target, decent chance it goes in. We're looking to attack once again. First shot was saved by Bruno Thiago. Now let's see if we can create another chance in the same highlight. Yeremy Pino has not played very well. He's going to find Thiago again, and it doesn't get saved this time. A very cheeky chip over the goalkeeper. And Bruno Thiago was just saved from a very similar angle. He ain't saving that one. Very good goal by Bruno Thiago. 24 minutes in. We didn't do much before this moment, but we've got a goal now. Let's get a few more. Still, it's been a while without another highlight. 37th minute. This is the second highlight of the match. And this one's going to start with Celtic, looking to play out from the back. They've actually dominated possession, 62%, but they haven't created any chances from it. Only 1 shot. Guame is now going to be on the ball, and Badiashile is going to do well to intercept. Ruggeri is going to clear it long. We've got nobody there. They're going to pick it up and look to attack once again. Shackleton on the ball now, looking out wide. And it's going to go back to their center back eventually, Birch. They'll go back up to Shackleton. They're playing some really patient play right now, but so far it hasn't created chances for them. Now I'm assuming that's Joe Willock on the ball. They're going to go for a long shot. Should be a comfortable save by Harazo. He probably should have done better. Probably shouldn't have put that behind for a corner. Probably should have been able to catch it at the very least. But they're going to have this corner, but we're good from corner defense. And we're good again. We headed away. And that might be the end of the highlight? No. I would like it to be, because I haven't seen us touch the ball in a while. Willock, he's got a little bit of injury. Got to be worried about that. But so does Mount. He's got a little bit of a knock. He might have to come off at halftime. What is this highlight? Okay, that's how it ends, apparently. This is probably going to be the last highlight of the first half. It's going to be a giveaway right to the goalkeeper. Did they just have an injury and they intentionally passed it back to the goalkeeper? Or is that like a legitimate chance of trying to get somebody in behind? I don't know. Hopefully for Celtic, it was the former. But we're going to look to build from the back and see if we can create a chance here. I would like to get our second goal here. I'd like to go into halftime 2-0 up, not just 1-0 up. Gavi's going to look to drive forward down this left-hand side. That's who I've been wanting improved performances from. And that counts, because he gets an assist to Mason Mount. I was going to take Mount off at halftime, but he just scored. His fitness is not great, but he doesn't really have any injury notifications, so I might still look to keep him on. One more goal, and I think I'll feel relatively comfortable going into the home leg. Maybe we can do a little bit of resting. Into the second half now, and we're starting in the 48th minute with a goal kick for Celtic, but we're hopefully going to win this. Reece James does head it down to Kai Havertz. Going to go up to Mason Mount. Reece James into Havertz. I'm a little bit worried about Mason Mount. Said it was like a pulled groin. That could be bad, but he seems to be doing all right now, and he got that goal. I don't really want to take him off. Badiashile is going to go up to Gavi. I played him in this match specifically to see if he could play well against a little bit lower level of competition. He's gotten one assist. He looked for another one there, but we couldn't get the ball through. But we're going to look to get the ball once again and recycle possession once again. Badiashile is going to drive forward. Not what you'd expect from a guy like Badiashile, but he's actually pretty decent on the ball. But a pretty poor giveaway. Now Celtic are going to look to attack. Kwame not got much support, so he's going to go all the way back to the right back, Shackleton. Is that the former Leeds player, Shackleton? Is he a right back? I know they have a Shackleton. I just don't know if he's a right back. And Celtic have a goal. That didn't go according to plan. I didn't have that in the playing books, but Celtic have one back from across down this left-hand side. I want to see this again, because what is Reece James doing here? He's on a yellow, so he's got to be a little cautious. He's standing far too far off. And Badiashile was kind of out of position. Kwame gets this head on it. He puts it in the back of the net. Highlight pretty soon afterwards, though. We need to see Yeremy Pino do something. Apparently, he's played well. He's on a 7.8. I don't know how. He's going to go back to Ruggeri now. I'd like to see him get a goal. I don't remember the last time Yeremy Pino scored a goal. He is on the ball here. He's going to go to Ruggeri once again. We'd like to get one back, and then yet another. And, well, we've done one of the two so far. And it's Ruggeri, the left back, who gets the goal. Definitely did not expect that. That is his first ever goal for Chelsea, and it couldn't have come in a much bigger match. 58th minute now, we've got to throw in for Celtic down this right-hand side. Shackleton's going to go back to Birch. He's going to go all the way back to his center-back pairing in Washington. He's going to go long. We should win this. Cerezo does. Yeremy Pino's going to pick it up. He was involved in the last goal. Now he's going to play through Havertz. Can he find a man in the box with the pullback? He nearly does. Well, he finds him, but a very good save by Hazard, their goalkeeper, to stop Thiago from getting a second. We are still going to have this corner, though, and Ruggeri could get an assist to go along with his goal, but unfortunately, Cerezo gets his head on it. Not the ideal guy you want on the end of those, but he still almost scored it. We're 61 minutes in now, and we've got a goal kick for Celtic once again, and we should be winning this once again, but we do win it. Kwame, not a great header down. Camavinga is going to win that. And we look to recycle once again. Badiashile going to Gavi. Back to Yeremy Pino. I kind of complained about him not being too great so far, but he's really gotten involved in the last couple of highlights. Thiago's not going to get to that one, though. Hazard's going to clear it. We should pick this up still. Reece James does. He's going to go up to Bruno Thiago, into Mason Mount. He's going to go for a speculative effort. Nearly happened, too. Nearly went in. And that might have been the last of the action. We got 4 minutes at a time, and this is actually going to be the last of the action. Probably the last highlight, and it is a good save from Hazard once again for a pretty good free kick from Yeremy Pino. Probably deserves a goal. Yeremy Pino actually has played well since I kind of called him out. He's going to have a chance for an assist, though. We're going to see this corner. Badiashile's got you want on the end of it, but he can't put it on target. That's probably going to be the last highlight of the game. 3 minutes left, 1 minute left, and it's going to end 3-1 to Chelsea. Not too bad. Not as convincing as I'd like. I was hoping a 3-goal advantage instead of just a 2-goal advantage, but we might still be able to rotate a little bit at home. You could definitely pair out possession style. We really pulled back a possession in that second half. Going into halftime, it was like 60% to Celtic. They end up with only 51%. But they did create a lot more chances since they stopped focusing on possession. So I do think it was the right call for them, but we were good. We were the better team. We deserved the win. I'm glad we got it. So with 3 straight victories, it looks like February was just a little bit of a blip, and we are back to winning ways. Hopefully we can keep it going, because it's not going to be easy for the rest of this month. Up next, we've got Bristol City, who, shouldn't be that tough, but they are 11th. They did beat us, and when they beat us, they were actually in the relegation zone, so they've really gone up the table since then, sitting 11th place. But it is at home. It is Bristol City. This should be a comfortable win, but we know that's not necessarily the case. That's probably going to be the only game we play until next episode, because we've got to play Celtic once again, and there's a couple big matches after that as well. I don't think the scoreline for the Celtic match was enough that I don't need to show this second leg, so I am going to show it. And then either Tottenham or Man City. I think I'm going to go with Tottenham because we've already played Man City this season. We've shown it on camera, so let's play Tottenham. They're also ahead of them in the table, 5th place, and it's away from home. So a little bit bigger of a match, even though Man City probably still should be the better team. So I'll see you next episode, where we'll hopefully get to the Europa League quarterfinals and then hopefully get a good win against Tottenham to keep ourselves in the title race. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.